Good afternoon, you guys. It's Anastasia from the Extra Ass Planner. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike. Honesty is key. Just follow me on Instagram. It's the Extra Ass Planner. Today, I'm just gonna go ahead and try to make some dashboards. I still have to figure out what lady I got the idea from, but basically you just take laminating sheets, you cut some of them down to the size that you need, just like this is the A6 size. And yeah, so instead of you paying $5 for every dashboard that you need, you can just take your laminating sheets and just make your own. It's very simple. It doesn't take more than about 10-15 minutes. Probably a little longer if you have OCD like me, so that's why I kind of pre-cut some of the things. So I also made a card insert, a card dashboard, which if you watch my flip through, if you have not, go watch it. I'll try to link that down below. I made a credit card or sticker pocket insert, so you can top load it and then you can side load it. It's front and back, so, and that's on both sides. So what I'm gonna do now is I'm gonna go ahead and try to make the same thing like I just did, except for one side is gonna be a top loading side, and then the other side is gonna have credit cards on it. But this time I'm going to try and do, so one of them I'm gonna do is just gonna be out of acetate, which I don't know if this is gonna work, y'all, but I figured it would, because if you're laminated it'll be fine. And then the other one I'm just gonna do just plain, so that way at least if this doesn't work you get to see how this works. So I cut down, I drew a line around this on the inside so that way I can make sure it does work. So I just lined that up like that, and I put it in there on the inside, and then I just drew a line. I'm sure you can't really see the line, but there you go. So yes, I'm gonna go ahead and get started. I'm trying to do another credit card one. I use this as a guide. This is just my HP Instant Ink subscription thing, which if you print a lot like me, like if you have a lot of mess ups for printables and stuff like this is a really good deal. You can use the promo code SCHOOL and you get a 3-month free trial. So basically I don't have to make another payment until, I don't have to make my first initial payment until March of 2018. So that's pretty good. And I already got my first box of ink. It just comes in a little box like this. I'm sorry, I was trying to grab it. It just comes in a little box like this. I don't care about you seeing my address, was just my P.O. box or whatever. But it just comes in a little box like this. You have to make sure it stays hooked up to the Wi-Fi. I just use the Wi-Fi on my phone. So that way they can order it for you. And then, yeah, it just goes on. They have a $2.99 subscription, but anyway, that's besides the point. So just look that up on the internet if you print a lot. And like I said, I have a lot of mistakes. So what you'll need is, I use these because I felt like I was wasting just a little bit less if I use these. And then also, yeah, I just felt like I was wasting a little bit less. These were $3.97 at Joann's, because at least my Joann's is discontinuing the selling these at their store, so they're on clearance, so no coupons, ladies. I know, I was sad about that. And then I'm just using the remainder of the regular size, because you will need some of these for the overall thing, because you're gonna put all of that good stuff in here. So first you just make sure that, right now I have mine still stuck together, and you'll probably need just a small little piece of some type of tape. I'm getting glitter everywhere because I had it with that. So you'll probably just need a little bit of tape of some kind. I'm just gonna use washi tape to connect mine, because I'm gonna cut off the top part. So just give me 1 second, let me get situated. So I'm just trying to get some washi. Here you go. So I'm just going to use my planner side washi. I'm just going to tear off a little piece, and I'm going to put this on the top part that I'll be cutting off, because you have to separate the two. So I like to keep that, so you're just going to separate that. And you just have to be careful that you don't have any stray strands or anything laying around like that, because it will stick to the inside of these, as y'all know these are. So right now I'm just trying to line these up as evenly as possible, and then I'm just gonna stick a little tape. Like I said, I'm not gonna stick the tape past that line, so that way I don't have any issues cutting off these nails. I think I love my nails more than I love planner stuff. That's just me. So I'm just gonna stick that right there so that way these don't move. So I'm moving this out the way. I got this from Wild Summer Designs, and y'all, it's my first time ordering from her. She shipped out really quickly, which once I get these done, I'm probably gonna do another video, like a setup video, because I did just film one, but when I went to the PO box today, I got double Happy Meal unexpectedly, so I'm gonna film that as well. So I just put mine all the way to the edge. And when you use a mat like this, it kind of helps you gauge where you're at or how far in between you want to do mine. I don't do more than like a ½ an inch, so I just try to line it up with the lines, and then I try to squeeze this all the way to the thing, to the corner of it. See, I should have put something on the edge, but it's okay. Just scoot it all the way over, and again, just try to even though I put that washi tape, y'all know how that Planner Society washi is. It doesn't always have the best adhesive on it, but it's cute. So then I'm gonna do the same thing with these, and you want to try to make sure that you line them up just as evenly. So with this being the acetate, what I'm gonna do is, because those are same size together, so I guess I'll do these the same way. Hopefully this comes out right, y'all, because if it does, I'm gonna love it. Let's see, so we're just gonna, like I said, I try to line mine up. So what I'll do on mine is I don't do more than that much. So I scoop down and I try to make sure that it's even as far as the bottom line goes, because that's the part that I won't be cutting off. So there's that. It's definitely not even. So hopefully this comes out the way I feel like it is, because I feel like it's just laminating sheets. You're gonna cut that off. So when I did it, it's kind of like when you're sewing, you want to leave a seam allowance, so that way you can have room for a mistake. So I can still see that that's not even, so I'm just gonna go back and fix that. And then you're gonna run it through the laminated sheet. Now you don't have to run it through twice, but if that's your preference, then you can do so. Let's see. And so I decided to do mine like this. Okay, back on the line, because I mean, pretty much I have not found any. I wish I could find that iridescent acetate, but we don't have it here. I even went to the Michael's and a Hobby Lobby off of Research Boulevard in Austin this weekend, and I couldn't find it. So just gonna pick it up carefully, and like I said, that does not matter. You're just gonna run it through. I'm just gonna hold it because the acetate is gonna slip, so I'm just gonna hold it for just a second, just until you can get in. Just keep my nail on it. I don't want it to move, so it's gonna come out. So I'm just gonna let that go. And once it comes out, like I said, I don't run it through twice, but I mean, I will just for video purposes. So you can still see the line that I drew to trace that around. So while that is coming out, I'm gonna run it through again just so that I can put that right there. Focus on doing this. So this right here is gonna be the top part of the credit card thing. Pocket. And see, this right here, I mean, it's probably gonna bother somebody else, but not so much me. And I like to fold mine the first time it goes through, because, and see, I didn't leave a lot of space, so this probably won't be able to go around the thick insert. And I hope this is picking up good on camera. And this doesn't matter that it's not even, y'all, just up and see. That's why I said make sure you have nothing right there. I don't mind the glitter, because who doesn't love glitter, but make sure I don't have any like hair or anything like that, because it will laminate in there, of course, and you can't get it out. So I'm just gonna run it through one more time. And while that's going, okay, so since this is gonna have to be the same size, I'm just trying to see how far I can work with the paper. See, that's a little narrow, but I don't mind it being narrow because it's the same size as the card, and as long as nothing really has to fit in there. So I'm just doing a rough little draft. Because I'm gonna cut the top part off of that. And I might even, okay, so I can still see my little line. So that came through, but let me cut this. I'm gonna set that to the side. I'm just gonna so it folds pretty easy, and you know, that's just the part that she put in between the dashboards. So I'm just gonna let that cool off. But I'm gonna go ahead, let me move this pretty thing before I cut it, because I do stuff like that by accident, of course. So I'm just gonna go ahead and try to cut where I made my mark at. So I'm just gonna cut that real quick. Let's see. And then I'm just gonna cut another part. So with all of this stuff, you basically have to have 2 of everything in order, of course, in order for it to make a pocket. So same thing, get that just about even, cut that. So with these, it's a little more complicated, which I'm glad these aren't the same width this time, because last time I did have a little of a hard time trying to cut the top part off one part and then cut the side part off of these. So we shall see how it works this time. So I'm just gonna make the other side of this one a regular top loading, or maybe I'm gonna try to side load it. Let's see, let's side load it. Let's live life on the whim. So I'm just gonna get this again and just trace around it so y'all can see. So I just put it all the way. I mean, I guess I could have did it in the middle, but this is just my preference. I feel like at least this line is straight if no other line is. So I just take my little marker, the thin side, because it bleeds once it gets heated up. And like I said, and then this also helps you get that seam allowance, because of course you are not going to be able to get it all the way to the bottom part. So this allows you to keep the seam allowance, so that way it fits perfect into the dashboard. But this time I'm gonna leave a little more space in between everything. So here we go. Let me cut this out. Just throw that away. And I'm sorry it's so quiet and you just listen to me talk the whole time. I just am new to YouTube, so if you can help me with the editing part of everything, that'll be great. And I know this is a little early on, and I know this video is probably super long, so I just tore those two apart. So again, so this time I don't think I left any extra. Well, I did just a little bit, but so I think that I want to do a giveaway, which is so funny because you're like, girl, what you giving away? You ain't got no subscribers. Well, hopefully once I get 20, 15 or 20, I don't really know if I'm even that good, but I just feel like 15 or 20. I said I was gonna do a side loading this time, so 15 or 20 subscribers, and then I will do a giveaway. So at this point, I'm just gonna do a top loading, y'all, because I didn't cut enough off for me to try to do a side loading and have everything still fit. I'm just cutting some of this paper off You know what, I'm not even gonna do it this time. I got faith in me that I can get this even. So here we go. We're gonna take the big 8 by 11 sheets. We're gonna put that in here. And then we want to line that up so that way everything is even, or as even as possible. No man's perfect. So we're gonna go ahead and, so see, you can tell, and the good thing about this is you can tell when it's not even. So there's that. Just gonna scoot it up just a little bit so I can get it on that line. And you want to make sure it's even at the top too, so that way when you put your other part in there, I mean, I know it's on 2 different sides of the thing, but you just want to make sure that whenever you put your stuff in there, it's not like oozing out the bottom. So same size together. There's that. So I'm gonna put them a little farther apart this time because I don't know why they stuck. And see, with the acetate, you can't really put anything to keep it from moving. But what I'm gonna do is do it anyway. Just because I'm gonna cut that side off anyway. So when, and as I'll show you in just a second, when you go and you cut around what you're about to see, I'm just gonna put this in here. And then we're gonna run it through. So like I said, it don't really matter. It doesn't really matter. This part right here just depends on how much you really just want to cut off. So I'm finna lay that down real quick and just see how much I can cut off with that. Because you don't want anything to stick out way more than your inserts. Which this is great because I can cut on this side of that. And then this part right here, it's my favorite part to do, is the credit card thing because it's so simple. You do how you like it. I'm just trying to get that marker off so that way you won't be able to see it. So this part, you're just gonna go ahead and might as well just put the glitter on the inside. So you're just gonna line that up with this corner right here. Now of course if it bothers you, I mean these are still going to be pretty much even, but this part at the top is going to have its own air bubble, so you don't have to worry about cutting that off. And I wish I would have figured the method to the madness when I did my first one, because I was like, man, how do I cut this off? Which you can't really tell my imperfections on it unless you're really staring at it. So I'm just gonna put, you don't want to cut too much off of this one. So I'm just barely gonna put it on there, literally, so you can just hold it down. P.O.P. Hold it down. Is that how they say it? Is that how they say it? I don't know. Just gonna put it right there. Or if you don't mind the washi being there, then you can just put it however you want to. To each his own. Okay. It's moving, but you still want to keep it even with the top part of this one right here, because at least you know, like, look, don't go past that. All right, so that's good right there. I wanted to practice this before I did anything with my Planner Society stuff, to make sure everything was gonna work. So this time I don't really have to hold it. So I'm just gonna go ahead and put that in there. That if this comes out right, y'all, that's gonna be so perfect. But we're gonna tell if it's gonna work based off of this first one. So you just go ahead and cut. So I'm just gonna find out where. So I'm gonna cut all of this, y'all, and then I will show you what it came out to be. I feel it. I might can cut a little bit more off in a minute. But again, you want to kind of try to roll it. I just want to roll it. So I drive for Uber. Oh no, I think this is crooked. It is, y'all. It is crooked. Oh well. Tifa tried it. So I'm just gonna finish cutting. I'm running that again just because it's acetate and I never did it with acetate. So you want to cut close, but you don't want to cut close where you mess up the air bubble, because then you're gonna have a loose pocket. And y'all know how us women are about loose things. You can't rejuvenate this. So again, you just want to cut as close as possible. And I honestly don't care if it sticks out a little bit. That's just me. You just stick it in between other inserts. I feel like I just cut the bubble off of that. Nope, I didn't. So I'm just going to cut a little bit off the side over here. This is going to be an interesting cut for the simple fact that your girl just literally made that cricket. Y'all can see. But oh well, we're going to cut that off for the most part, so it's okay. Practice makes perfect. I'm going to have to figure out how else to hold down that acetate. Oh, I can't wait to see this. So this air bubble over here is kind of wonky, so I'm not going to cut off that much. You can't even, I really shouldn't even just waste my time doing that. So here is the big reveal for this. So clearly it works. Oh my god, I was going to say clearly it does not work because I could not get it. You see? But let me show you with the insert, a divider. No, it did not work, y'all. My measurements was all off. Oh wait, we might can get in there. This. Oh, ooh, it is in. Yes, okay. I mean, I probably would. I kind of like that though. That's cute. Look at it. Okay, so let me show y'all the other side. So I guess I just could have cut more off the top, but it is what it is. These dividers are kind of tall. Let me see what else I got to put in it. I'm just going to use one of the 50 million sheets that I messed up on. I'm going to be perfect. So here is this, and I'm going to try to upload this video today. I wasn't going to even try to set it, but see, this is going to do this a little bit. But if that's a problem to you, then don't do it with acetate, or figure out a different way. And I don't mean that in a rude way, I mean that in the politest way possible. So I think I'm going to put this cheetah prints in here because this is adorable. This is some cheetah print vellum that I featured in my last video. See, look how cute that is. Like I said, if this bothers you, I wouldn't do that, but I mean, I'm sure there's ways to get around it. And see this right here, I'm just gonna throw all of this in here with it. Y'all, I can't believe it actually worked. I had high doubts that it was not gonna work. So I'm gonna put all of that in there. I'm sure you could have did something to it. Look at that. I hope this is showing well on camera. I'm sorry this was a long video. It's my first tutorial. So we're gonna go ahead and do this one right here with the handy dandy Paper Studio cutter. We're just gonna cut. So it's like I said, it's just 1/4 of an inch that you're cutting off the top. So not that much, just enough where you can open it. But if hang-offs is something that you don't like, then you probably want to figure out another method to the madness. So there's a little washi on here, but I ain't mad at it. It's white, whatever. I'm only going to put stickers in there anyway. So again, mine is kind of crooked, as you can see, which, okay, let me try. That's why I said try to get everything on a line. Try to get one of these green boards. My mom gave me this, but I see a lot of other Crafty subscriptions with theirs. It's just perfect. Like, It helps you out with a lot. I mean, if you have a rotary cutter, then it's good. Like if you're quilting, or if you do other fun crafts without it, then with this, then it's good. And if anyone has ever heard of matte laminating paper, please point me in a direction to it, because I want some. So here's the top loading part, of course. Top. See, with this acetate, and I wonder why it's a little bit harder. Let's see. Or did this just not work? Oh, it worked. Okay. I wonder if it's because it's just more plasticky. But there's that. Okay, and it kind of, I think the heat and the lamination of this, maybe on a smaller mill or whatever, however that works. So, and like I said, we're gonna cut on this side of the, for this right here, and see, this has its own air bubble, so it's not gonna matter when you cut. Like I said, if that's not gonna work for you, if you don't like having that little gap right there, then you might want to make yours both side loading pockets. I'm not sure, but I think that this is perfectly fine for me. It does look a little wonky, but once you fill it up and decorate it real nice, no one cares about that stuff. So there is that. So I'm just going to show you how stuff looks on the inside. So I'm just going to take my nameplate. This is upside down, I know. That's how it looks. That's how it looks. I have stickers in my other one. And I think this is cute because it's two different ones. It's perfectly fine. Do it. Everyone, just do it, and tag me on Instagram, hashtag extra ass planner. I don't have that many hashtag things on mine, but just tag me on Instagram, extra ass planner, or at extra ass planner, whichever one. And let's just, I know this probably has already been done, but let's start a movement, y'all. So that is it. I'll probably make another video this week, just showing a different setup, because I did get my Planner Society kit and I am so ready to play in it, excuse me, and I just cannot wait. So again, my name is Anastasia. Like, comment, subscribe, dislike. Honesty is key. Y'all have a blessed day. Thank you.